What's up, everybody? It's Trey Smith, one half of the Blue Bloods College GameTime podcast, and let's talk about this Arkansas-Oklahoma game. Woo! It wasn't what I was expecting. Obviously, if you watched my preview video of this game, there were some things that I talked about that happened to a T in that game. It just didn't end how I anticipated that the game was going to end. You know, I was really hoping that the Hogs would use the disrespect that they've been getting this week. Things like falling out of the top 10, having the college basketball analyst Jeff Goodman leaving the Hogs out of his top 25 altogether. Even Saturday, where Vegas had the line for the game at even. You have a number 12 ranked undefeated team facing a 2-loss unranked team, and the line is even? Okay, and then ESPN's app had the predictor giving OU a 60% chance of winning. Obviously, they were right. Obviously, they knew they were more in tune, especially than I was. But I was hoping that the Hogs might use that as a chip on their shoulder to come out and prove everybody wrong. But let's talk about the game. Okay, three things for me that stand out. The shooting woes continue. Listen, the only way to overcome a bad shooting performance or bad shooting performances is that you have to dominate the extra possession battle, and you have to force the other team to shoot just as bad as you are or somewhere within, a reasonable range. But Saturday, The Hogs won the extra possession battle, but they didn't dominate it. But that doesn't even matter when the other team shoots 30% better than you from three. OU shot 59% from behind the arc. Arkansas shot 29%. Arkansas shooting 29, 30, whatever percent from behind the three-point line is not a surprise. We've been doing it all year. But we've been able to compensate against teams where we could dominate the extra possession battle and force them not to shooting that high of a clip. So don't get me wrong. OU shot out of their mind. They played out of their mind. They were coming off a very disappointing loss, as I mentioned in a previous video earlier this week to Butler. I knew Porter Moser was going to come out with a game plan. I knew he was. And quite frankly, he has the upper hand in the series with Coach Eric Musselman. If you look at their history of playing against each other when they were both at Nevada and Loyola Chicago, they played in the tournament, they played in the regular season, now they've played as head coaches at Arkansas and OU, and Porter Moser, he is a tremendous offensive coach. He's a brilliant basketball mind, and he put it on display against the Hogs. Then we had Muss getting ejected, right? And I know everyone's going to feel a different way about that. Obviously, he was, I think, more disappointed in how his team was playing and how the game was unfolding than he was with the officials. Because I know a lot of you are going to go, oh, what are you talking about? The officials were horrible. They were horrible. And I agree, they were. But when you're a basketball coach, you don't expect the officials to be good every single game, every single call, every single possession. What you expect is for the officiating to be consistent. And I got to be honest, from an objective fan's perspective, watching that game today, I agree. The officiating was awful. It was horrible. But it was horrible both ways. It was consistent. The same stuff that OU was getting away with, Arkansas got away with too. So I felt like, from my perspective, that the officiating was consistent, but it was bad. And I'm also not a blame the officials type dude. I don't blame the officials for losses. Now, there have been situations like Arkansas-Auburn football 2020. Yeah, I'll blame the officials on that one. But a game like Arkansas versus OU, this basketball game on Saturday, yeah, the officiating was poor, but I don't blame that. And then finally, it was a blowout. It was an absolute blowout that I did not see coming. And, where do you go from here? What do you do with the team? You obviously have to have a short memory. Obviously, the players, they'll get back to practice. They'll bounce back. The coaches will probably be miserable for the next 24 to 48, 72 hours, however many more days it is until we play again. They'll be thinking about it. They'll be grinding. They'll be hustling. But I don't know. I'm just as disappointed as you if you're a Hog fan. I did not see that coming. I knew OU was going to have a chance to win this game. I knew that. I knew Porter Moser was going to have a game plan. I knew it was going to be our toughest test of the season. I still thought it would be a hard-fought game that we pulled away, in the closing minutes, in the second half, some point, going on some kind of run, which we did go on a run in the second half. We were just in too big of a hole for it to really matter. I mean, even when we were down 6, it felt like we were down 20. And then all of a sudden, boom, OU just exploded again. And we just could never get out of the hole we dug ourselves into from really the opening tip, going down 13-0. So it's all right. We got a couple more games before conference play gets rolling. Let's see where this team goes from here. Let's see how they respond. Let's see what kind of grit. Let's see what kind of mentality. Let's see what kind of toughness they have. I'm not giving up on them. I'm all in. I still think it's going to be a great season for our Hoops Hogs. Let me know in the comments what you think. How are you feeling about this game? Tell me what your big takeaways were. And also, hit subscribe.